we will be studying about tenses, which is I can say the basic block of English. Without tenses, we cannot form any sentence in a correct manner. Now, there are three basic type of tense, or we can say primary tenses, which are past tense, present tense and future tense, where past tense is used to refer to the action that took place in the past. Present tense is used to refer to the action which has been taking place in the present, and the future tense is used to represent the action or an event which will occur in the coming time, or we can say in future. Now similarly, these three tenses are divided into various categories like continuous tense or the perfect tense. And today in this video we will be studying a category of future tense, which is future perfect continuous tense. It means the tense that will include a future perfect tense as well as a continuous tense together. So the definition of future perfect continuous tense is that this tense is used to represent the action that will have begun in a specific time or before a specific time, and it will be continued till that time. So the definition is it expresses the action that will have begun before a specific time and will be continuing till that time. Now, example of future perfect continuous tense are many, but before that, it is very important to understand the rules for applying the future perfect continuous tense, or for any tense. You cannot just ratificate that thing. It is also necessary to understand the basic rules of how to implement certain tenses. Now, the rule for future perfect continuous tense is subject. When I'm talking about future, my future either has will or shall. So subject plus will or shall plus, since I'm talking about future perfect will have in it, plus the verb in first form plus ing. Why? Because I'm talking about a continuous tense, and whenever we are using continuous tense either in past or in present or in future, the verb will always be in first form followed by ing, and last is the object. So if for any sentence this rule applies, which means that our sentence is in future perfect continuous form. Now let us apply. So some of the examples can be: she shall have plus been, right? Because this represents my future perfect continuous. So she shall have been sleeping for 2 hours. So this is my simple sentence which is used to represent my future perfect continuous tense. She is my subject, shall have been Sleep is the first form of verb plus ing, sleeping in a continuous verb for 2 hours, right? That means that my action had begun before a specific time, before 2 hours, and the action will be continuing till that time, right? So till 2 hours she has been sleeping, right? So she shall have been sleeping for 2 hours. This is my example of future perfect continuous tense. Now another example can be, shall she have been sleeping for 2 hours? Now this is my simple sentence, affirmative sentence. Now shall she have been sleeping for 2 hours? This is my interrogative sentence. But the tense that I am using is the same in both the cases. Here I am saying that she shall have been sleeping for 2 hours. Here I am asking the question that has she been sleeping for 2 hours? So for that, when I am using in a form of future perfect continuous, I will say, shall she have been sleeping for 2 hours? Another way for describing future perfect continuous can be, Seema shall not have been driving for 2 hours. Seema shall not have been driving. Here this is the same, but here I am using shall in a negative form. Rest everything is the same. Only the thing is that shall have been used in a negative form. So Seema shall not have been driving for 2 hours. So here what I am really trying to say is that future perfect continuous can be used in any form of sentence. It can be a negative sentence, it can be an interrogative sentence, or it can be an affirmative sentence. Now let us understand another application of future perfect continuous tense, and that application is that this tense is also used to describe an action that has been in a process for a long period of time and it will end in the coming future. So action has been in progress over a period of time and will end in future. So when my action is going to end in future, example of that can be, by the end of this year, I shall have been living in Delhi for 7 years. It means that the progress over a period of time is living in Delhi, and by the end, it will end in the future means that by the end of this year, the 7 years will be completed, right? So this is an example of the application that a certain action is in progress and it will end in the near future. Another example can be, when her mother will arrive by 5 p.m. Renu will have been watching television for 3 hours. Now, her mother will arrive by 5 p.m., right? So the action is in progress, and till that time Renu is watching TV. The action is in progress, and for 3 hours she will be watching TV by 5 p.m. So my action will end over here. So in this video we have talked about future perfect continuous tense. We've also discussed the rule in order to identify that my sentence is in future perfect continuous form. Then we've also discussed the applications of future perfect continuous tense, and we've applied the future perfect continuous tense in various examples in order to get a clear view of this concept of this topic.